ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Now, I wanted to do a special Romie Reports about Fortnite. It's a game that I do enjoy, but also felt a certain way about, because of the dances, the emotes as they call them in the game. And they're being sued by a bunch of people. And it's very hard when it comes to a dance move to get it copywritten. Apparently, I was researching it. Legally, a dance routine, a long dance routine with a good duration, multiple different types of moves incorporated, like an official routine, that's something that you can get a copyright for. Some of the stuff that a lot of these celebrities, entertainers, actors, YouTube personalities are suing for, their moves, and to a certain degree they could get something, but the reality is this may be more so a principle type of lawsuit that could occur if they're going to get a payout, to make sure that other game companies do it correctly next time, which go to the people instead of just jockeying the style, because all of them are saying they've never even had a conversation with anyone over at Epic, and they make a lot of money. And even though they're not selling a lot of these moves, if possibly not even any of these moves that are in the lawsuits anymore, the fact of the matter is when Fortnite was really getting popular, these moves were definitely used in commercials to promote, and also it's for purchase, like a couple of dollars. It's not cheap. Just some of the people involved in separate lawsuits. It started off with 2 Milli, who is being coined as the person who created the Milli Rock. Oh, that's legendary. That's legendary. All on its own, the Milli Rock. In the game, it was called Swipe It. Another person who we know is Alberto Ribeiro, better known as Carlton Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, technically Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and the Carlton, as we call it. And they even show a side-by-side. I'm not putting any images in this video just in case if Fortnite's like, oh, well, you have our copyrighted images in your video. Take it down. Haha. See? Not gonna get me. No. Even though if they really want to be petty. Anyway. But Carlton, apparently a couple of years back, maybe 5 years back or so, TMZ talked to him and he kind of told them that, hey, the Carlton came from Courtney Cox dancing in a movie scene that she had, and I forgot who the other person was, but essentially I was looking at it legally, and a lawyer is saying that it's still fine because he didn't just do the same dance. He was inspired. Listen, he was inspired by other people's moves, but he turned it into something different. He turned it into his own, and he's the one who made it popular, not them. So, but they were also saying for his particular lawsuit, the only issue with his is that because he did it while working on the set of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or for the show, it's kind of like when you're working at a company and you come up with a product on company time, they could say that, oh, we're the ones that own that product because you are an employee of so-and-so when you came up with this creation. You have to be very careful, people. It happens all the time. A lot of these big inventions that you're like, oh, this company came out with, no, it's this person who you'll never know who it is, came up with the patent for X, Y, and Z, or create the complete idea. But with a lot of this, the lawyers more so saying, like I said, maybe they'll handle it out of court civilly and just move differently going forward. Another person who we have is Russell Horning, who I said, who's that? But he's the backpack kid. With the floss. I'm not doing a dance. I refuse. No, I refuse. Because he's not old enough, his mom has to do the lawsuit, but they're all suing Epic. And I was also thinking, who else? Apparently, I think there's now separate lawsuits with, like Salt Bay, as they called him a year or so back, the guy with salt. Yeah, I think he has a lawsuit as well, and it's here's my whole thing. We remember that Chance the Rapper said that, hey, this isn't right. Fortnite cut the check. And I was also thinking, like, Blockboy JB, I remember they had a dance that definitely was inspired from him. But I didn't see any lawsuit here, at least not yet. Maybe he's talking to Fortnite in the background to try and cut a deal. Who knows? Who knows? He did say something about receiving royalties, because his dance in the game was called the Hype Dance. Oh, wait, there's more? Okay, so there's more people. Hold on. Yeah, but the main point with all of this is that even though they're individual shorter dance movements, at least of now, they can't copyright, which is, I find really crazy because I feel like that's not current and with the times. I get it that a lot of people would say, oh, I did this and I did that and I did that move, give me our credit. But that's not how it works. It's about who popularizes it, not who just came up with it first. People have to know, and you have to be able to prove it, and it has to have received. There has to be several metrics, but I do think the laws need to change because the times have changed, and we know the laws are always the last thing to change when it comes to things, especially with the internet and just media and entertainment. It's always late. It's always late. So let me know what you think. I think Fortnite, like I said, just needs to go and move differently, and now that this is a big issue, hey, this would be great promotion for their next season, like next year, if they go have I was listening to multiple podcasts and shows that are like, why don't they go cut a check, doesn't have to be with royalties, but just cut a general check to these different entertainers to go and come up with dances, or do their dances, or have even characters inspired by that would be costly, but who knows, they make a lot of money. They could do some real damage if they wanted to. But that's just my 2 cents. Again, let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. My name is Romie Reviews. This is a Romie Reports. I was thinking about doing one of those ASMR things or starting a channel like that, but I don't think my room is quiet enough. Yeah, let me think about that. I do a video a day, come back.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.